Shreyas Iyer's history with back issues, whether it be perceived, real, or something in between, has had such an impact on his career that he currently finds himself a non-contracted BCCI player due to the fact that he was suffering from a back injury that he felt but which was not being detected by the NCA, which is what eventually led to a bit of a storm really that led to him not being given a contract. However, if there's one thing that we have been seeing a lot of recently, it is little bit of tidbits of news regarding back injuries that he's had. In fact, if you'd remember, even during the Ranji Trophy final, he did not take to the field, and it was later revealed that he was in fact consulting a specialist due to the fact that he was facing some injury issues or some sort of pain really in his back. Now, what exactly was the reason for these issues which he was facing, and what exactly is he now being told when it comes to, let's say, dealing with that particular injury issue? That's what we'll be dealing with in this particular video. First off, let's talk about the doctor which he referred to. It was a spine specialist in Mumbai, and that spine specialist gave him some very interesting advice. In fact, according to a report in the Indian Express, a BCCI source revealed that a specialist spine doctor was consulted in Mumbai who has advised Iyer not to stretch his leg too forward while defending the ball. So basically what Iyer has been told is that when you're playing the forward defense, you cannot lunge forward too much because that might end up aggravating the injury even further. It's a very interesting bit of advice that was given really when you consider that back injuries are pretty sensitive, and that more often than not, if there's some sort of a back problem, more often than not, it is considered better to stop playing. However, what is being done in this case is he's being told that there's no major problem, but if you do this certain movement too long, this trigger movement wherein you're making a forward defense, it can, let's say, flare up the injury. It can give you some discomfort. That's what he's being told. And it's an interesting way to manage the injury, if you ask me, because again, back injuries, more often than not, you're advised rest, but I'm pretty sure Shreyas would not have been keen to be getting rest during the IPL time. Either that or the doctors are more than okay with him going ahead, because again, you have to remember the NCA himself said that he's fit to play. Despite whatever protestations he made about back injuries, he was told, no, you're fit. So this does seem to be something of a workaround, and whether or not he can get through the tournament at this point does seem to be a bit of a question mark, especially when you take into account just how bad his injury issues have been when it comes to back. He did have back spasms or complained of back spasms after the second test against England, and incidentally that's what led to him being dropped, because the NCA said, no, you're fully fit. He said no, skipped the Ranji Trophy game, and then in the end was dropped from the team for the remainder of the series. And even when he did play the Ranji Trophy, he played it in the knockout, he played the semi-final, then the final for Mumbai, which they ended up winning. He didn't take to the field in the last 2 days because he was complaining of a back injury. And even in 2023, throughout the year, he was afflicted by it. He played a couple of test matches against Australia. After that, missed the final test due to a back injury that eventually led to him getting surgery and missing the entirety of the IPL. He only got back to full fitness during the time of the Asia Cup and then World Cup. So it's safe to say it's been a long troubled road for Shreyas Iyer when it comes to back injuries, and the latest bit of advice really that he's been given suggests that it's far from over, because he's being told not to do a certain movement, which is a forward lunge whilst playing a forward defense, to ensure that his back isn't really going to give him much grief. Whether it's something that works out, whether he succumbs to another injury in the middle of the tournament, that's something that remains to be seen. But it's fair to say that KKR will be treating their skipper with kid gloves. Now, what are your thoughts on the entire matter when it comes to the Iyer back injury conundrum that constantly seems to bother him? You can let us know that in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, tap that bell, follow us also on social media. We're on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. Don't forget to download the Sports the Cap, and if you're already on the channel, go ahead, check out some other videos we've done as well. For now, from my side though, it is goodbye.